Okay, welcome to my research readiness report on YouTube. I thought, by now in the course you've probably read a number of really well-written research readiness reports and your eyes are tired, or as Julie said, her eyes have gone square. And just to take a break, I thought, you can push play on YouTube and watch me talk about my research readiness report. Still, I've done the print version. If you want to go in depth and follow up on this video, that's cool. First off, just professional, personal, and logistical. I think we're all pretty well prepared. Our courses have been great. I really appreciated Dr. Korpin and Galenza's courses on qualitative and quantitative research studies. And I think we will all be using those quite heavily if we go into a project or a thesis work. Personally, I've talked to my wife and I have her support, which is awesome. She supports me in so many ways. And one way she does is she's offered to proofread my written work no matter how long it gets. So I really appreciate that. She has a way better grasp on grammar and spelling than I do. Other than that, I think we're good to go. I'd like to talk just about my topics really quickly, give you an idea of the taste. Not surprisingly, they have to do with technology, and they kind of focus on three different areas of technology. The first one is about a student response system. Our district has bought these devices you can see here. They're called Sentios. They could also be eye clickers or I can't remember the other ones, but at any rate, all they do is they provide a way for the teacher to get very quick feedback from everybody in the course instead of just the few keeners that or the few non-keeners that you pick on. That's the idea. My question is, do Sentios or eye clickers actually correlate or relate? I'm not sure about correlate, might be too strong, but is there a relationship between the use of Sentios in the classroom and student performance on summative assessment, so some kind of exam? I think for time, I'd like to focus on a unit exam maybe, or units. Maybe we do 2 units, so that would maybe be a unit a month or something like that. And I'm really interested in, does this gadget actually produce the results that we want, not just on engagement. If Sentios aren't the thing, I could certainly look at smartboards. A lot of our classrooms are getting these big smartboard structures put into place at a significant cost. Could look at laptops, maybe one-on-one initiatives. Could look at smaller pieces of technology, iPods or podcasting, and see if they work. But in all of those cases, I'm very interested in, does this gadget actually produce a desired result? Another one has to do with the integration of online and traditional teaching. And if we put those two together, do we create something better or something ugly? And our district is involved in something called the TML, or Technology Mediated Learning Project. And it is an effort to integrate online stuff with traditional teaching. And again, I'd like to find out, is there any benefit? Now here I would like to venture into qualitative as well. So maybe there could be some qualitative measures or surveys done by the instructors and the students about the way they feel about the course, or the quality of the course, or the quality of the discussion, as well as some hard numbers again, probably summative related. Does a mediated classroom produce academic results that are more impressive? Again, probably linked to a unit exam. The last one, the technology, would be more staff to staff. We have a number of learning communities, professional learning communities. Some of them are under the AC umbrella, some of them are outside of AC in our district. And I'd like to know the use of an online arena. So that might be where they could have a discussion board, or they could share tests, or they could share materials apart from being face-to-face and handing someone the material. And I want to know, does that online environment or online arena actually benefit this professional learning community significantly? So I would look at numbers in these PLCs that are actually online, not just once, but actually be engaged online. I'd like to find, hopefully, some PLCs, some groups that aren't online, find out how often do they meet. I'm not sure about the measures I could use here, but I'd like to know the quality difference between the materials generated when they get together offline versus the materials they generate when they're online. But that's going to be really tough to get at, so I'm not sure how I would do that. But the quantitative data mining of our online sites would be something I could easily do very quickly. My concern under all of these is these gadgets. You know, I'm a gadget person. I mean, pretty soon I'll probably have a big tool belt like a policeman with all sorts of gadgets on it, because I enjoy it. You know, I do. But if I enjoy it, if I'm using a Sentio or a smart board or some piece of technology, well, maybe that's just because it gets me jazzed, and because of that, I'm getting the kids jazzed. So I would like to know, is there really a link between the technology delivery of something cool and the non-tech? So in every case I presented to you, except for the teacher survey, I'd like to know on the online class, if we've got online forums and online wikis or peer-created stuff, or online interactive media or learning objects. And then in the non-online class, I still want to have, you know, small discussion groups or group projects or, you know, something that is comparable, so that we're not just comparing an online course that has all kinds of activities and then a non-online course that has, you know, a textbook and a chalkboard and some questions. Because I think that has been set up, and I don't appreciate that kind of research. So I'd like to set them up very much as similar as we can, and then see, has the teen brain now, because it's grown up with, you know, the Xbox 360 and whatnot, has it really been wired in a way that it's receptive to online or technological education, more so than traditional? Or is it really a matter of the teachers that are doing some of these online crazy jazzy things are just a generation of really interested in cool jazzy teachers, and those that aren't possibly are teachers that are just choosing not to be so active in their classrooms? Anyways, thanks. There's lots to do. One thing that I'm really worried about is time. I want to do a thesis. I've always wanted to do a thesis. Now I'm thinking I better do a project. Having said that, all the research that I've talked about today and in my proposal is more about finding things out, discovering, creating a body of knowledge. It's a little less to do about solving a problem, which I think maybe a project is more about solving a problem. So if I do a project, I'll need some help in creating this more, you know, what's going on approach to here's a problem and how can we solve it. Thanks for watching. I hope I get this uploaded. It's like 5 o'clock tonight, and anyways, see you there.